Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Beefy Tanks. I have brought to you today one of the worst games I've ever had in artillery. What stinks about artillery is that it really doesn't matter how accurate you are. All that matters is where the round lands within that accuracy. So you can let the gun aim all the way and go right to the target. But when you pull that trigger, it could aim anywhere in that circle. So it can be all the way at the top, all the way at the bottom, left, right, whatever. So I take a perfect position back here. It's wonderful. It's down in a ditch, but behind a hill. It's great. End up taking aim at this VK-45. Now, I do get a couple of good hits. I'm not going to, say that it was a complete loss, but most of the time, all the rounds missed. It's just absolutely horrible. There's my first miss. Ferdinand shows up, nice and penetrable. Thin armor. There's a shot, but about half of the crosshairs on that rock, not where the Ferdinand is. Oh my god, 45, just sit still. There's a tree going down, so I know he's moving. And I figure he's going to come around that rock right where I'm aiming and point it toward our base. Try to pick off a couple of us as we get to our positions. But this 101P and Type 4 Heavy really start getting my attention as soon as I go over to this M48 and put a round into him. And I think I do miss the first round, or maybe I do slight damage, and then I follow up with a heavy hitting round. There's the 48. One out. He moved out of the way. Still hit him with splash damage for about 270 and disabled his track. He repairs it and starts moving ahead. Now, as much as my crew is pretty good, and as much as my brothers in arms are pretty good as well, I think I have finished brothers in arms completely. Wow, he just smoked that light tank by just hitting it. I do have brothers in arms maxed on my crew. I also have the large caliber artillery gun rammer, so I do reload rather quickly. Yeah, I barely took out that Patton just based on damage. He had almost no health left, so I didn't really get as many points as I could have. I'd much rather take the meat out of heavy tanks than, one-shot a light tank with 12 health. It's not productive. It's just getting me a kill. So this Type 4, which they will need help with, it's one of the most deadly heavy tanks in the game, and the 101P is extremely armored as well. Both of which have over 1,500 health when capped. And look at that. Lands way short. Way before the target. It's right at the bottom. Actually, you know what? I'm going to pause this just so you could see this. You see that? This is a completely aimed crosshair. Okay? It will land. It has a chance to land anywhere in this circle. It chose to land right at the bottom of it. Right here. I call that bullshit, but that's just me. Yeah, look at that. Fucking Goss. Look how pissed I am. When I pause the video, take a look at chat, because I am pissed. Yeah, and this BatChat12T is saying that he's been spotting and nobody's shooting. Well, definitely trying. Probably going to miss again right here. Or I'll have no shot on either, except the 100-01. Let's see what happens here. Nail the 100-01 for 500 damage. Do almost nothing to the Type 4. And I say, there we go. That's pretty much the only solid hit I've had the entire game when it comes to actual damage dealing. I gotta wait another about 15 seconds for me to reload in order to put some damage on the Type 4. VK-100-01 is definitely the bigger threat here, however, but the Type 4 has one of the largest derp guns in the game, and at Tier 9, extremely useful. I put one down next to this 100, and I'm able to take him out, but if you see, Basically, I was aiming right here, and it landed way out here, so I'm very lucky that there was enough splash damage to actually hit the target from where it landed. Here comes the Type 4 in perfect position. Now, this Type 4 ends up being a real craw, or I'm sorry, a stick in my craw, so to speak. I'm of course referencing my butt. This was probably one of the most annoying kills I had to get in the entire game. Alright, so I am about to reload, and I will release my round as soon as it reloads. Notice that the entire circle, with the exception of this small section here, and this rock here blocking some of the shot, is filled with Type 4 Heavy. Even if it lands anywhere behind him, if it's going to be coming through the tank, it's going to damage him. 400 damage. Pounded his turret, and this is, by the way, one of my worst games. So if this is bad, you should definitely check out my other gameplay. It's a whole lot better. Stunned the crew for a while, which is nice. Now this Type 4 has 323 health. Black Song 22, which I believe is another 4502. He and this Type 4 go toe-to-toe for a long time. And I'm marking him, firing artillery at him. Here comes another. Hit him for 250. Now he's got 73 health left. I've hit this tank 3 times now. He has 73 health, and I told the VK-45 to get him because I figured he could take care of less than 100 health. So I move over to this Ferdinand and realize that it's going to be behind the rock for a while, and I end up switching, I believe, over to the south. Oh, I go back to the Type 4, okay. Now he's got 73 health. He's backing up into the water here. And I take my shot because there's no way I can miss. Not only does it land less than the distance it landed behind the 101P over here, it did 0 damage. It stunned the crew for less than 10 seconds and did absolutely no damage. So now he still has 73 health. I'm still reloading. It's the most annoying part about artillery is having to reload for forever. Not to mention that our experience really isn't that great, our experience earn, and the damage output probably needs to be about 50% better. I hit with splash damage for 14 damage. That's apparently all I did to this tank. Yeah, for fuck's sake. For fuck's sake indeed, Beefy. It's pretty annoying. I think this was one of my most frustrating games, in fact. 1030, very well angled armor on this tank destroyer. Not much health or armor, but the angle really provides... Oh wow, great. Didn't even get him. Someone else did though. Wonderful. Oh, the other artillery. Terrific. Yeah, and then this VK-101P is talking to the Arty, accusing them of me and the 155 of not supporting the team. It is not our accuracy, it is not the player's accuracy, it is the chance of the round landing where we aim it. As I say in the chat here, every single one of my shots have missed. Fucking Gauss is retarded. Now here's the Type 4, 59 health. Lands short, does not kill him, doesn't even damage him. Stuns the crew for less than 10 seconds. I believe I say something else in the chat here, because I'm absolutely frustrated. Still no kill on that effing Type 5. And I believe a teammate approves it. Yeah, it's the other artillery. We've been trying to beat this thing into the ground forever. He takes a shot, and he hits less than a foot away from the tank and only stuns him. So I wait for my reload and finish this fucker off. Oh no, wait. I don't. I do 7 damage. Yeah, look how pissed I am in chat. The Object 430's laughing because I did 7 damage on target. 7. This is an artillery capable of 1200 damage a shot, and I'm doing 7. Yeah, and then it doesn't help that a T-95 was just sitting in the town uselessly. And this light tank does 0 damage to this Type 4, and I'm forced to take a shot, trying not to hit the light tank. The light tank is nuked by the Type 4 immediately when I hit. And yeah, the object says that artillery is nothing what it used to be, and I completely agree. Wargaming needs to fix this issue, because I could be doing way better than I am doing. Way better. This is my chosen class. Wargaming needs to balance this, because, I mean, if tank destroyers are ultimate, if medium tanks are ultimate, if heavy tanks are ultimate, you know, there's good ones, there's bad ones. Where the hell are the SPGs? I mean, for real, how much is it going to take for them to pay attention to, you know, pretty much, you know, the probably 20% of their player base that is hated by 95% of other players? Anyway, I got a bruiser ribbon, 36,000 credits, about less than 700 experience. Absolutely garbage. 7 hits. 7 hits on the Type 4 Heavy. Now, 7 effects. I actually hit the target only 4 times, affected it 7 times, stunned its crew. 3 modules were damaged, and I got a kill on it. But the other 2 kills were easy peasy, lemon squeezy, not an issue. Hell, I did 5 modules of damage to that M48. It's not a problem. I just need tanks to be killable. That's all I ask. I don't want ultra accuracy. I don't want, you know, I would like some more firepower, because these things used to do, you know, 60% damage on a medium tank, and now we do less than 30. I don't really understand. If artillery has a 40-second reload and it does less than 200 damage a shot, what's the point? Should I just stop playing artillery? Is Wargaming trying to stop everyone from playing it? Everyone complains, oh, Artie's, you know, a bitch class. They sneak up behind, and they, you know, they shoot you when you can't, where you're not looking. Okay, then, how about you just take better cover? You know, consider going to town rather than field. Open freaking field where artillery can easily see you. It's not too difficult to assume that, you know, these people have not played Artie, and they've never felt the pain of landing 1,200 damage or 1,100 damage for 7 damage. Anyway, if you look at the team score, you'll notice I got 3 kills and over 1,600 damage for a grand total of experience of 313. Garbage. Over at the detailed report, 14 shots fired, 6 were direct hits, all 6 of which did damage, and 7 were splash damage. That is ridiculous. I don't really understand why the accuracy is so low. I don't understand why the damage is so low. Maybe somebody can comment for me. But you may want to take a look at the total profit, of which there was none. As a matter of fact, it was a deficit of over 100,000 credits in order to get this done. 112,000 credits, probably mostly, was my SPGR ammo, the super high explosive ammunition, which I used way too much of trying to kill that damn tank. Anyway, this has been the end of my rant. If anybody's interested in watching more, please like and please subscribe. Although I will be playing Artie mostly, and I really hope that I'm not disappointed with this new March update. I hope 1.0 really redoes artillery again. Keep in mind, artillery started great. It was nerfed, then it was buffed slightly, then it was nerfed again. So that means that we are -1 buff, and I'd really like it to be one hell of a buff. SPGs are notorious for earning the least amount of experience on average per battle, and I really think that's crappy, and it's mostly based on reload time. And the maximum that you can change that using crew and equipment is about 13 seconds. In my opinion, nowhere near enough. But anyway, like I said, this is BeefyTanks. If you liked what you saw, please leave a like and subscribe. If you didn't, in the comments, let me know why. And as always, it's been a pleasure. Check you guys next time.